Hi, my name is Chris McKay. I'm the guy that co-founded a radio station called Bored Music Geek Radio that you should check out. I am a musician, I am a writer, I am a music producer. I'm also the head of Bored Music Geek Records, which puts out music at times. I've been told for years I need to do videos with my reviews and my thoughts and my ramblings, and I never have. Because I keep thinking, where do I start? Where do I start with all the music that I try to input and output? And today I just said, screw it. I'm just going to start with the next record I listen to and hear for the first time and just say whatever I think, completely ad-lib, no planning, no nothing. If you get something out of it, great. If you don't, scroll on. It's cool, right? Anyway, today I got this album. This is from a performer named Rosalie Cunningham from the UK. She used to be in a band called Purson, and I gotta say something to my friends that know the music I listen to. Why the hell did you not tell me about Rosalie Cunningham? Seriously, I blame you, because this record came out 5 years ago. This is her first solo album, and damn. Basically, someone on Blue Sky turned me on to Rosalie earlier this week. One of my first interactions on Blue Sky, in fact, and it was for her new album. I ordered it, but it's got to be shipped from the UK. So I was like, I'm going to find her other records because I liked it so much. This one showed up first, all the way from Alabama, the last copy that could be found in the United States, but I got it. Anyway, let me get to the music. My initial impressions are that this album is like if Paul McCartney played bass for the Spiders from Mars, and you had a female fronting the band instead of David Bowie. The thing that amazes me is that it can go into these really overtly theatrical oompa loompa boom 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 kind of things, but it has that energy, that Aladdin Sane, Diamond Dogs energy, almost like something that would have come out in between those two if it were the Ziggy band. It's even got those kind of Mike Garson-esque vibes on the keyboard without the really, really extreme jazz. But the lyrics are really good, a little bit stilted at times, but fantastic imagery. It's really psychedelic too, which surprises me because things that I love are, I'm a song person first. Then I love, production, making the song sound great. Then I love rock and roll. And then I love something that makes me think, something that makes me feel. I'm autistic, so one of the things that really intrigues me is when I hear music that keeps me hearing new things each time or makes my mind go somewhere else. And psychedelic music is the best thing to do that for me. This has all of that. This has all of that. And when Rosalie and her band rocks, they fucking rock. I mean, I'm talking serious, like Sabbath type rock. And then we'll go into this twee little Beatlesque thing that could have been done by the Monkees or the Turtles. So it hits all of my sweet spots perfectly. Beautiful record. I love this cover art too. I put together art for the Bored Music Geek Records releases, and this looks like something I would want on our label. As far as the specific songs, the album opens with Ride on My Bike, which is pretty clearly a sexual innuendo, but very clever about it, and it's got some of those very heavy kind of Sabbath riffs. The second song is very subtly titled Fuck Love, and it's a fantastic dip into looking at women and men through history, through this strange lens of how they would perceive what is called love and their relationship to it and how they're supposed to behave with one another. It comes across at first as just some feminist anthem, which is fantastic, but then it turns the tables and tells the story from the male side as well, and kind of an as above, so below thing. Basically fantastic. House of the Glass Red. It's kind of like something Wicked This Way Comes type rock and roll, where it kind of takes that dark, almost occultish feeling. Beautiful. Dethroning of the Party Queen is another in that vein. Nobody Hears is this beautiful, quiet song, kind of the Fool on the Hill lyrically vibe, where somebody's feeling and trying to be a part of something, an outcast from society, and nobody hears. So that's where that goes. Every song, by the way, is great. I'm not just overlooking them because they're lesser. I'm just talking because I don't want to spoil it for you. I want you to, if I'm going to keep doing these and you're going to keep watching them, I want you to be able to build trust with me. If I tell you something, know that I'm not on anybody's payroll by any stretch of the imagination, nor can anybody pay me to say what I don't mean. So I'm going to be straight with you. Side 2, riddles and games. That's one of the ones that starts kind of, could be a monkey's track, but it gets really heavy. And I love that Rosalie is playing a lot of these instruments. She's not just someone having a bunch of guys backing her up. She's singing. She's singing in a fantastic voice. She gets compared to Kate Bush a lot. And I hear that. But I hear Grace Slick. And I don't mean Grace Slick with Airplane or Starship. I mean Grace Slick solo, like her Dreams album, like a Wrecking Ball album where she really can put it out there. But Rosalie can keep it more in an artistic frame, whereas sometimes Grace would just pummel you. It's clear that Rosalie can pummel us musically, but her voice stays in that range that can be hypnotic. And sometimes you can lose the lyrics, which are a shame. But that's the key to keep listening, because you'll hear it the first time and then you'll hear it again and go, oh, whoa, what was that? So there's still that gift that it keeps giving you when you hear it. The same goes with the music on this record. Butterflies, there's only 3 songs on side 2. Butterflies could be part of a modern day White Album. It's got that kind of finger picking, Julia, Blackbird vibe, but I'm not a big fan of love songs. This is a love song of which I am a huge fan, and just the kind of psychedelic vibe. It's a bit phased out. And it's a great transition to the closing song of the album, A Yarn from the Wheel. When I was listening to it the first time, I thought, oddly, if David Bowie had done The Width of a Circle, it would sound like this, before I realized David Bowie did do The Width of a Circle. But I was thinking more if the Ziggy Stardust band were the original band on The Width of a Circle instead of the pre-Ziggy band. And it encapsulates basically all of these things I'm telling you. There's psychedelia, it gets heavy, it's this crazy, fantastical, fairy tale-like story, I guess hence the title, A Yarn from the Wheel, that tells the tale of this king escaping his chains. The king, is it a metaphor for somebody in music? Because there's stuff about musicians kind of selling out their souls and wanting it back. Not quite sure yet. I've only heard the song one time, but the arrangements on this entire record are spectacular. And I am not easy to please when it comes to these things. There's your inner sleeve for anyone interested. Lyrics complete, and of course vinyl, which is beautiful, pristine. I can't believe I found the last copy available in the USA according to Discogs. Couldn't find it in any other stores either. Had to be shipped from the UK, and it would have been like 120, 150 bucks. Couldn't swing that. Fortunately, I found this copy at regular price, just straight up list price, 25 bucks or whatever, from Alabama. Next door. I'm in Georgia, USA. But anyway, I give this album an A. And I can't recommend it enough. And if you follow this, and if I do keep doing this, if anybody cares, if anybody checks this out and listens, you're probably going to hear more records from her, because I'm going to try to do this for every record I listen to for the first time for a while, and see if there's any reason for me to do it. If you think I know what I might be talking about from what I'm hearing and want to listen to other music promoted by me, look on my Bored Music Geek Records YouTube page, which is literally stuff that I've released. Listen to Bored Music Geek Radio. Listen to it on your smart sphere. I won't say her name lest we awaken her. Or on Roku, or Get Me Radio, or Live 365. Download the app. Listen. 2024 has been a great year for music, and I'm looking forward to sharing some of that with you. But I'm so glad that this album showed up yesterday, and it's the first one to introduce me to you. And I hope you'll give Rosalie's music a chance. When my next 2 Rosalie records, she's only got 3, come in, I'll be sure to tell you what I think of that too. Thanks for listening to me blab. Tune into Bored Music Geek Radio. Join me on Blue Sky. Join me on Threads. Join me on Facebook. You won't find me on that other place that shall remain brainless. Thanks for listening. Play some music.